welcome back to the Pale Beyond, and we're in week 7 with the Temperance still stuck in the ice and probably won't be moving ever again. And I think now we need to decide if we really want to abandon the ship and set camp out on the ice. The dogs already have some homes up here, and it might be a good choice to actually get everything of value off from the ship and onto the ice to make sure we just don't go down with the ship. So let's see what's what. Also, we need to attempt the freezing ones that helped us gather as much as possible from those storage rooms. We got one with the frostbite now, which is really dangerous, and hopefully we can cure him. But yeah, we'll see. Start off with petting the dogs, of course. It offers you its paw. You tickle it behind the ears. You ruffle its fur. That young woman, Kasha. The flash of a camera startled my dog several times now. It is growing tiresome. If it proves a great distraction, let me know. Captain, I doubt your word would be enough to stop her. At least I can try. The camera has its sole purpose out here. As much as annoyance it can be, it would not be right to rob her of that. Okay, that's really fair of her. We also need to crash out, do more research, gather more food. What do we got? Oh yeah, these are those things. Find the elephant seal migration path. We need more research for that though. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong one. Okay. Let's get back to the ship. Okay. Captain's cabin. Let's first go down, see what's what. Let's see if we can help with the doctor. Is there anything to do for you? Medical. Use medical comfort. Instantly cure all crew in the Mad Bay. Who is in the Mad Bay though? He has frostbite, frostbite. What was the other status then? Oh, it was her malnourished. Okay, it was malnourished. So yeah, okay, I see. She didn't got enough food. They're all deployed already. Wait. Oh yeah, they are. One or two. Frostbite. Thing is, the old cabin. Week 7. Quill's returned from hunting with one fish. The dogs are rested and available to be sent out. Another week on the ice, naked in the wind. Mr. Claus raised their spirits, speaking to Kasha, no longer demoralized. Good. Grips has been cured of their freezing. Mr. Zack has been cured of the freezing. Tashi's freezing has progressed into frostbite. 2 John's freezing has progressed into frostbite. Tucker's freezing has progressed into frostbite. Mr. Glass has become malnourished. Okay, then we get the statuses all at once. So, let's see. 3 rooms are flooded. Pantry. Assign food preparations. The question is, do we want that? Do we just abandon the ship now? Those are destroyed. The red room. That's what she is, right? The room has been flooded. Coal paper. Let's get another sack of coal for now. Right. How are we doing down here? Come down to the depths. Aye. She goes, so do we. Feed the furnace. Asking engineers to raise the heat. Cures crew. But just a freezing, not a frostbite, so it won't do us any good. So yeah, I'm not really sure if it does anything good to us, though. Best use the kitchen while we can, that's absolutely true. Fish. These vile, oily fish are hard to stomach, but food nonetheless. Better to be burned or fed to the dogs at the kennels. I see. Tinned lemons. Cure scurvy. Didn't we get a full ration? Wait, I didn't get that. Where did that go? Feed the hoosh pot, ale cakes. Small version, tinned lemons. Okay, not really. Oh, let's leave it there for now. Let's go to the captain's cabin. Take requests. Here we go. Grimly. Shaw. Put a stop to those rumors going on about Hunt. That's simple. The sailors do seem to listen to you. Aye. You'll not be hearing them whispers again. Okay, that was odd. Cordell. Captain, thank you for building some proper shelter for the dogs. I appreciate the assistance from the crew. Well, the dogs are an important factor in this expedition. I'm certain you and your kennel will repay us in kind. You need not worry about that, Mr. Templeton. Again, thank you, Shaw. Alright, okay, just the two. Captain, I would find it wise to have a word with a journalist among our crew. For whatever reason, Hunt allowed for a photographer with no sailing experience to tail alongside this expedition. As it stands, Kasha Belfort's record is what will stand the test of time when this expedition is spoken of. And it would seem she has not made allies of the crew. Kasha, she doesn't seem the type to make enemies. Not with purpose or malice, Captain. The sailors of this crew are a private lot. They do not take kindly to the prying eyes of a landlubber, as they would say. Remember, Captain, she controls the story. She controls your story. Best to have a word. Okay, let's see. Remember, Shaw, reputation can be fragile. You do not need an unflattering image at a time like this. Right. Oh yeah, here. Dogs need to be spent fish before you can replenish them. Oh, okay, spend first, right. Let's see. Wait, what does it do then? Got that now. Descend below deck. The scientist storeroom. Gather research papers and journals. Ah, we can create research, right? For each researcher you assign, for each scientist you assign. Gain 3 decorum. We still got decorum. And we do need them to head out. So we can't really waste them. Let's try to speak with her. Anyone free for an interview and a portrait? Probably not, I guess. Yeah, they can't do anything. Malnourished. Malnourished isn't scurvy, so when we fit the other one into the hoosh pond, then we heal scurvy, so we can wait her out for a bit. So maybe we'll assign her. Let's do that. And it gives us another research, which is nice. Okay, can't talk to her though. Do we send in another one, or do we just take with what we have? Assign to shovel coal. Maybe one. Let's go. Now we need 2 in the back. We need the food. Oh, those are all spoiled rations now. Ah, okay. I've read that. Oh, these will be dangerous. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's get what we can, though. Prevention makes high cures scurvy. Cause malnutrition. Oh, they're already all spoiled. Maybe just get 10. Oh, we got a ton. So let's go for that. Feed the hoosh. Okay. Ooh, this will be brutal. Right. Let's go to the top deck. Time for the docks. Mark down to hunt for the week. Wait, hunt? No. Oh. Well, scouting. You go. And another scout. You go. Okay, hunting. Hunt. Probably the seal. +1. We don't know what they do though, huh? Or should we go for the penguins? We could send out an engineer, huh? Mud wash. We just can't send this one. Let's fill it up at least. We got 1 scout left. We got another crew left. That might be good backup though. Let's go with that. Okay, we don't have anything left for that. It's just hunting for something, huh? It would just give us fish, but we don't have any docks for that. Are we? No, we don't. So we're there. Okay, right. Let's go to attend the meal. Call the crew for dinner. Cure scurvy, but not malnourished. What we could do. Mad Bay. You go in there. Command to rest. Ask the scientist to cook up medical comforts. We need 2 for that, which we don't have. Thank you, Captain. They will be ready to work again starting today. Oh, hey, are they? Might have taken them too early, I guess. Oh, yeah, okay, that's good. All right. Well, we tried it out. Now we know that works. Might come in handy later. We don't know for sure. Let's go to dinner. Uh-oh. Dinner is run by a torrent of flooding. Oh, shoot. The crew are alarmed. Oh, no. Frantic arguments break out. Some even now insist on staying on board. Most urge to take the furnace from the boiler and abandon the ship right now. That is what we're going to do now. And the Kurt's room. It's a rather morbid, sharp, but our last conversation had me wondering about those children of mine. Specifically, I wondered on whether I'd ever see them again. It's not something you should imagine, I know, but that threat always exists in these expeditions. I signed on knowing that. Best not to think these things, Kurt. We need to carry faith that we'll survive. Of course, of course. Don't mistake me for a lost soul who's given up all hope. Still, I'd be a fool to pretend there's no risk out here. Okay, that's true. Wow, we really got an issue now. Okay, it is what it is. Templeton's room. Nobody here. Can we get anything from our room? Probably not. What's out here? The building next to my kennels would often play music on a phonograph. I would hear it through the open window for months on end. I would hear it as I worked. Over time, I had grown used to it. Do you miss it? To an extent. More so, I miss the routine. Oh, okay, that's how we get dogs back. Wait, we can send out one more, right? That's huge. Not on hunt, I guess. Maybe just on scouting. Here we go. Right. How's things down here? I wonder how my editor will find my report in its finished state. It was a nightmare getting my polite story published. Only the Daily Appeal was willing to pick it up, and they were hardly the most reputable of papers. You did wonders for the reputation, I understand. Yes. And they're more than willing to coast off mine. Not that I mind. People buy the Daily Appeal just for my reports. I prefer that to being drowned out by other voices. Need to finish developing these. Thanks for stopping by, though. Okay, won't go into any of these again. One of Temple's team tried to talk to me while I was working. They were going on and on about their spouse or something. Ended up telling them to fuck off. Think they got the message? Could have been somewhat more diplomatic. No. You have full permission to do so anytime your work is interrupted. To keep on good terms with him. Didn't need permission, but I knew you'd understand. Can't tend to the furnace I'm yabbing to you at night. Okay. Are we going to do that now? What happens? Abandon the ship. furnace is torn from the boiler. We're heading out, then. Best tell the lads. We're moving out? Yes, Captain's orders. For now, we should focus on setting up a campsite on the ice. Leave the equipment hauling for later. No worries, I'll get them to work. We'll have a camp set up before you know it. You're taking that with you? Aye. Can't go a day without it, can you? Oi, the crew like the music. Fair enough. Better get to hauling them lifeboats next. They're a bit more important than an accordion. Aye, I know. Arf, arf. Calm, Stanberry. We're simply moving to the ice. Arf. Yes, yes, it's all very exciting. If the rest of you behave yourselves, you will be treated to an extra helping of soup. Well, there we have it. The heart of the ship, ripped clean from her chest. But she still beats for the crew. How long were you waiting on that one? Well, because it was shite. No time for poetry. Captain, let's get this bloody furnace set up on the ice. Furnace. There we go. Camp gets set up. What are you doing out there? Now's the last chance to get a shot like this. Isn't that dangerous? Don't worry, I've done it before. Don't tell the captain. Okay. There. Perfect. Farewell, Temperance. Captain, I hope your new lodgings are to your comfort. If not, I'm afraid you will have to power through until rescue. We say goodbye to the Temperance, but our work is far from over. Nothing to protect us from the ice now. We weren't going to get anywhere holding onto that anchor. Agreed. You've done well to already strip the lower decks of the ship. Perhaps the wildlife should be our next focus. Regardless, we need our wits about us. We stand alone against the ice now. The photographer, Belfort? What about her? Did she come snooping around your tent as well? Aye. Caught her prying a couple times. I can guess she found nothing on you. Nope, she did not. We could all learn something from you, Tashi. Been trying to come up with a new song. Something about seals, I'm thinking. Hard to think though. Winds are too distracting. But I haven't had a new song in a while. Keep it light. I'm sure the crew would appreciate something jovial. Aye, that's the plan. Harder to think jovial out here. That's certainly true. Yorick the Third. Enter the request tent. Oh, that's mine, okay. Okay, the orders are still out there, right? I think so. The dogs need their rest, as do I, as do you. Rabbit's belly. You rub its chin. You stroke its head. Okay, they're still happy. Which is a good thing. More or less. And there I was, face to face with a leopard seal. Dangerous creatures, cannot be mistaken for your average seal. Natural hunters, much faster on land than you'd expect. How'd you deal with that, then? I was lucky I had my hunting shotgun at the ready. We were feasting on leopard seal that night. Of course, with all the times the crew weren't filming. Pull the other one. It's true. This other time we... Kurt continues to ramble on. It seems he will be at this for a while. You get your photo snapped by that photographer too? Aye. She's a landlubber for sure, treating us like we're some novelty. I don't have much problem with it. Good conversation, at least. I'd rather less good conversation out here. The hoosh pod. Can't tend to the furnace if I'm yabbing to ya. Night. Keep a lid, Captain. Yorick the Third. A crew member approaches you during dinner. Captain, you look like you could use some more to eat. Taking up the responsibility of captain is as admirable as it is unenviable. Please, help yourself to some of my own rations. Frankly, I'm stuffed. That's rather kind of you. Thank you. Yorick the Third smiles and nods. Others in the crew roll their eyes and let out heavy sighs on your acceptance of the offer. They don't seem to approve of the attempt of gratifying command. Good to see you don't hide away from the crew in the evenings, Shaw. Didn't know what to make of you at first. Understand, I'm hard to place. No doubt. But I'd say you place better than most. I'm gonna call it a night. See you for breakfast. As you pass by, you see Kaja adjusting her camera as she stands, partially obscured as she finds the right angle for shots. As you step to her side, she raises her head and looks to you. What are you taking photos of? The crew, of course. This is quite the unique situation we're in. I want to capture the mood. Maybe I could place it beside our initial crew photos. Compare and contrast. Oh, that's brilliant. You don't have to capture everything, you know. You can join the others if you wish. Kasha's eyes dart to the crew, briefly lingering on the statue of Kurt, then back to you. I think I'm better off in the background, taking pictures from a distance. Intimidated? Of course not. Why would I be intimidated? Is it really that obvious? It's simply that I followed Kurt's expedition a lot as a child, so seeing him in person is odd. So you're simply starstruck. I wouldn't put it that way. There's a common adage you may have heard. Never meet your heroes? I'd like to avoid becoming one who repeats that adage. Without an interview from Kurt, your chronicle isn't complete. Wait, so you're worried about being disappointed? No. Should I be? It's more that up until now, he's been an idea. Does that make any sense? Kurt is just another person, like you or I. I suppose so. Well, I'll leave you be. I'm still looking for the right shot. Right, okay. We've abandoned the ship. That's all that we could have done now. Because we don't want to get down with it. Oh, wait. I'm flattered, but I really ought to be getting some rest, Shaw. Okay. Right, that's all there is to it now. Let's head into the next week. Which will be brutal. Where's the doctor, though? Anyway, let's go. Do we got that many rations? 2 crewmen will be cured of their malnourishment. 2 crew members will be cured of their freezing. Good. Okay, we keep it to 2 and 2. We don't want to get into starvation like last time. I'm not sure if we get enough of it, but that's the deal. Here we go. Oh no, it became freezing on the sled hand. Grips became freezing on the sled hand. Healed freezing, that's good. Mrs. Claus is no longer malnourished. Mrs. Claus. 2 Johns is demoralized. Damn it. Oh no! Oh crap. Five weeks at Temperance camp. Cavity Jr. That Egypt finally kicked the bucket. Thought it'd be through his own stupidity now that he's gone. Don't know what I'll do. Oh, he's about to death, I guess. Shh. Tucker. Seeing him again on the Temperance, it was just like old times. Like we were reckless lads again. I'll miss him. Was always saying one day Tucker would get himself killed. We'd all say it. And yet, I can't believe he's actually gone. Didn't always rub people the right way, but he was a force at dinner time. His absence will be felt. Shoot, we're the first lost member. That is rather serious. Right. Okay, the dogs are well for now. So we get 2 freezing, 2 malnourished. Enter the medical tent. Oh, there's both at once. Okay, that's good. A photographer. Anyone free for an interview and a portrait? Alright, we got some new pictures here. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Camp upgrade. Camera, medical tools, engineering tools. Spice crates, the hunting shotgun, and the revolver. Okay, we got those things. We got digging tools. When hunting or scouting. What did they give? 6 or 6? Okay, we got 4 of it. Could have been worse. They also get something in the furnace, which is nice. They've got tons of coal now. One scout there. Scurvy. Wait, that's scurvy. How many scurvies do we get? Freezing. Yes, let's place him there. He's demoralized. We can deal with demoralized. Tolson, Tucker, Hicks. Dead. Nah, damn it. Frostbite. By the end of the week. Right, that's what we need to do. Send 3 to get 1 medical comforts. Can't do any research though. Right. Oh, wait. Okay, we set that out until later. Ah, doctor. How are you holding? Still finding yourself with bouts of sickness? No, that isn't a problem. It was only seasickness. Now that we're no longer at sea, my stomach is settled. For the most part. If you ever feel the queasiness set in once more, I learned an old trick in my travels. Simply close your eyes and count backwards from 10. It worked me a treat in my youth. Right, I'll try that. Good. Okay. Oh, here we go. There she goes. She's gone. Head sang low amongst the crew. We absolutely do. There she's gone. We've lost the Temperance. Cures cure of demoralized, so that's good. We get 4 back from demoralized. That's a good one. Cure scurvy. Just 6. That's really not much. Should go for the penguins then. $32. Healed scurvy. Okay. I think that's good for now. Should do the trick. Let's go to the requests. Let's check the log. Last returned from hunting with 1 research. Neil, Grips, and Dick returned from hunting with 4 crab-eater seals. The dogs are rested and available to be sent out. Another week on the ice. Mr. Glass became freezing on the sled hunt. Grips became freezing on the sled hunt. Dick has been cured of their freezing. Mrs. Glass is no longer malnourished. 2 Johns is demoralized. Tucker has succumbed to their frostbite. Ransdar freezing has progressed into frostbite. Mr. Glass malnourishment has progressed into scurvy. Flick's malnourishment has progressed into scurvy. Okay, we'll see how this goes on. Shaw, I don't suppose you've been keeping track of the days? Of course I have. Well, you will be pleased to know that today is Imbolc. I'm not aware of such an occasion. Not surprised you wouldn't recognize it. To us, it's a major holiday. Don't expect to ask the day off. No, Imbolc often comes with a traditional feast. I thought it might be good to hold one for the sailors' sake. I see no problem there. Treat them to feast. Here we go. I'll see to it. I'll make sure they have the best Imbolc feast they can. Again, Junior. Shaw, I was investigating the tin foods we picked up from the Temperance. I should have expected this, but the tins were spoiled in the flooding. Is it still edible? Are you serious? We cannot afford to be too selective. It may not be pleasant, but if it can be eaten without poisoning the crew, it may still serve as rations. Hard to tell for certain there. Well, it's certain to taste like death, but it may still be edible. The may in that sentence is not so comforting. Food is food, but I'm not sure it's worth the risk. What do you think, Shaw? No intention of poisoning the crew. We need all the food we can get. Shoot. I suppose we can't afford to be picky, can we? Crew are sure to gripes about the taste. Add them to the pot if you think it's worth it. Done that for some time now. Kasha. Captain, take a look at this. Before the ship sank, I was checking the cabins of, well, the missing crew. Seems they left behind a good amount of their belongings. A good few books and the like. Not much use for them now. I'd put them at top of the list to be burned for fuel. We can't do that. Yes, we can. We are in need of as much fuel as we can find, Belfort. You will need good reason to preserve them. These aren't simply novels the missing crew brought with them for leisure. They left their journals behind, the diaries, logs of their life on this ship and before. This can't be burned. Captain, I request that I hold on to these journals for use in my report. I think the rest of the crew would appreciate their stories being preserved. I suppose the sailors would not take kindly to burning the remnants of their lost colleagues. Aye, but what else do we have? Not much else we can burn, is there? That won't be necessary. Kasha, keep the books for your report. Better find something better to burn then, Captain. We can't hold on to bloody well everything. Thank you, Captain. I'll ensure that their story is told. Won't be able to do that if we freeze to death. Here's a point there. Oh boy, this will be so complicated now and difficult. Gets even colder, right? Gosh. There's something happening. Do you have any experience with cameras? No, but they can't be too complicated. Why did you go and break yours? No, but I was wondering that if something did happen, you would at least have some parts to fix it with. Aye, I should. Question is if I want to waste good parts on a bloody camera. Spare parts. We're hardly going to be wasting them. What more could some spare scrap be used for? You have no idea. You're just gonna keep standing there and give us something to burn. Each assigned will instantly cure a random of this demoralized, malnourished. Let's do that. Nice. Let's go on. The crew have their meal. The crew return to the post. Despite the time, it's still bright light outside. To Imbolg. To Imbolg. I, Timbolg. Didn't expect a proper feast on the ice. How'd you talk Shaw into this? Wasn't hard at all. Good to hear. Alright, lads. It'll be a while before we get to eat like this again. Soak it in. Did we get any loyalty? Oh, dang it. Watching those young pups, don't know how I had that much energy once. Har, you're not alone there, friend. Hard to remember days I moved without this care. Harder to remember having both eyes. They'll look like us one day. Well, let's hope not. I'm gonna call it a night. See you for breakfast. Okay. Worked with a lot of captains in my time. Half of them don't know their R's from their elbows. You're different from most of them. You ever work for a good one? No. If you want to change that, you're more than welcome. That was a good question. Right, we'll leave it there for now. I think it's time to set up scouting all that. Oh wait, there's some more crew that we might talk to. You're not married, are you, Shaw? Take it from me, if you ever do find yourself wedded. It's never as easy as it looks. What brought this on? Late evenings on the ice grant you quite a lot to look back on. And I've had a long life to look back on, Shaw. Why would those two? At the kennels, you spot a pair of dogs engaged in an aggressive conflict, teeth bared and snarling. The two creatures snap at each other. Caudle is nowhere to be seen, but the kennel master's whip has been left aside, resting atop a crate. As you look on, the fight begins to intensify. Shoot. Fetch Cordell. Grab the whip and crack it yourself. You run to grab Cordell. You find it brewing the broth for the pack, and she quickly returns to the kennels upon your word. The dogs are still snapping at each other once she arrives. Cordell simply shakes her head and turns to you. This is nothing to be concerned with. At times, the dogs will go for the throat of another, but this is merely play. Dogs are inherently hierarchical creatures. They will fight for dominance, sometimes to the death. But these dogs are merely putting on a show of aggression for each other. Simply feed and they'll stop. Cordell turns back to her kennel before briefly turning her attention back to you. Regardless, thank you for informing me, Shaw. Cordell returns to the kennel as you make your way back to the camp at large. Okay, that is good. How are we on loyalties? Not really good. Pretty bad. Could be better. Works. Works well. Still could work better. Is loyal. Okay. Very well. Not that good, to be honest. I thought I had one of those at least. Well, I guess not. Right. That look different though. Research the formation of the ice leads. We don't have any researchers left, have we? Crap. Right, let's send one of the scouts. And another one. The rest goes hunting. They were the ice-savvy guys. Wonder if they will all get freezing then, though. Let's confirm that. Okay, what else do we got to go for? Emperor penguin. Might be the better bait, though, right? He's demoralized. Okay, we'll see how that goes. There you go, people. Okay, we got 2 left. Okay, we can't use them anywhere. What is that, though? Last known location of the Viscount, your destination. Can we kind of move up there somehow? I'm not too sure that's working. Okay. Right, let's get back to camp. Can we put in more than we have? Freezing. Do we have anybody freezing right now? Develop freezing. 1. 2 criminal will develop freezing. We don't want freezing because we don't know what comes back after. So we got a little bit of coal left. Maybe. Oh, we can't confirm that one, right? Okay, I see. Okay, that's how it works. Let's put it over here. Let's go. Freezing on the sled hound. They will all become freezing on the sled hound, right? Oh, dang it. Cured their frostbite. It's cured of the malnourishment. Cured of the freezing. Good. Crap. It's demoralized. It's no longer demoralized. Malnourished has progressed into scurvy. No! Week 9. 6 weeks at Temperance camp. This isn't going well. Flick is gone. She was the hardest worker among us. We'll feel her loss. Already do. Flick, you deserve much more from the world than you were given. I'm sorry I proved such a nuisance. Perhaps we'll be reunited someday. Flick, that young woman was always pushing herself forward. She never settled for anything less than perfection. This was dangerous work. She knew as much, but she jumped at the chance to come here. I let her down. I am sorry. Wow. And on that dire situation, it is time to end for now. I wonder how long we can actually prevail before really getting into trouble. I'm not sure we can actually get another week out before another one turns out to be dead. Which I might have underestimated a lot. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, everyone. And see you on the next one. Bye-bye.